Today on VIP TV and Sporty Stuff, we've got Josh Warrington. Josh is a stablemate of Reece Mould, who fights on Sporty Stuff TV Saturday night, VIP promotions card at Doncaster Racecourse. Reece fights Brayan Mairena. He's been a bit unlucky, Reece, this year with fights falling through, but he's got Mairena, who recently beat Arnold. Delighted to have with us IBF World Featherweight Champion Josh Warrington, who I believe is going to be doing a bit of commentary for Sporty Stuff on Saturday night. Josh, thanks for joining us, first of all.
No, thanks for having me. Good, yeah. It's a pleasure to be here.
And, well, bigger pleasure for me to speak to you, mate. I'm telling you that. You know Reece really well. You train with him. He's had a lot of blows, hasn't he, since that Lee Wood fight with big fights falling through. How's he coping with it all that he's now got Mairena Saturday night?
I think he's kind of just taking it as in it's not happening until the first bell goes, because I think since, like you say, since the Lee Wood fight, he had a comeback a few months later, just a regular steady fight, and then he was promised so many fights since that. I think he's had 4 to 5 title fights, international fights, and they've all fallen through. So luck has not gone his way, but to be fair to him, he's kept in the gym, he's kept on training, and even though these fights have fallen through, he's not let that affect him too much. He's just stayed focused on training, being in the gym, and just improving his game.
Yeah, and there's not one he can overlook on Saturday, because Mairena's just knocked out Arnold. I don't know if you saw the knockout. Most probably knockout of the year so far in a British ring.
I've not seen it, but I've heard many people talking about it, and I know it's certainly got Reece's back up. Not only that, I think he's been the distance with like Kakachi. Yeah. So he's a well-schooled operator, and I know that Reece, that will certainly give him a focus. You know, Reece is going to be stepping into this fight as at a heavier weight. It's something that myself and my old fella, who is Reece's trainer, has been saying for a while. He needs to step up weights and he looks a lot more stronger. But if Reece is thinking about going out willy-nilly, he certainly, after watching the clips, he'll be thinking, actually, I need to make sure I'm tight. I need to make sure I'm defensively sound. And he certainly will have his eye on the ball.
Yeah. Do you think Reece can win a British title at super featherweight or lightweight before he kicks on? Is there a particular weight out of those two you'd like to see him fight at?
Oh, Reece?
Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, I think he's going to find what he's really comfortable at the moment. I think he's like experimenting between the two weights, lightweight and super feather. But yeah, most definitely. Listen, there's glimpses of Reece in the gym, and he's absolutely fantastic. You know, and it's easy for me to say that. And obviously sparring, but when Reece is on it, he can win a British title, hands down, you know. He just needs to get a bit of momentum under his belt now. And I think before we start talking about who he should go in with and stuff, he just needs to get a few fights under his belt, you know, get the smoke back going, and then start looking at British titles and stuff like that.
Yeah. Do you feel you've played your part in bringing him on? I'm just asking you that. I know you're quite modest, but in the sense he's always, in interviews, you know, he said to me before, the sparring with you has just done so much good for him.
I'd like to think so. I mean, I've been sparring with Reece Mould since bloody hell, 2014, when I was getting ready for the Italian Davide Dielli, and he was only a young whippersnapper then, and then he turned pro in 2016. And throughout the years, we've used Reece, and we've both learned off each other, you know. And he's got bigger and bigger as the years have gone by, and he's got stronger and stronger. And he's, you know, even like my last fight against Kiko Martinez, you know, we shared a few rounds because he brings an enormous amount of pressure, and he likes to do that. Even though he can box, he brings a lot of pressure when he's having fun, and that's been very good. But yeah, we bounce off each other, and I like to think that whenever Reece asks me for advice, I give him good enough advice back, and I'm honest with him. what's one thing we certainly don't do in our camp. We don't mollycoddle each other. We're honest, and if some things need telling straight, then that's how it is. But he always takes it on board, and he always asks for my advice as well, which goes to show that he definitely takes it all on board.
Yeah, just saying he's moving up a weight. I won't keep you too much longer. How do you keep doing featherweight after 12 years as a pro now? He's moving up. How do you keep doing 9 stone? I mean, I know, because as you get older, it gets harder.
So they say, Steve. So they say, and your metabolism slowed down. I'm 31 now, and when I get back into training, I often think of it myself. Think, this might be time when I need to step up. But I don't know, mate. I think I eat well in between. I live the life. I'm not a massive drinker in between fights. Don't get me wrong. I like an ease up, but it's like odd occasion. And I think the biggest factor is when I was coming through and I was fighting for British titles and probably the Europeans, I probably should have been a bantam. I probably should have been.
Interesting.
Probably should have been bantam, super bantam. I mean, I remember getting ready for Martin Lindsay, and 3 weeks before the fight, I'm walking around at 9 stone 3. I mean, you don't do that as a featherweight. I should have been really a bantamweight at that weight, but my dad believed that to get to British and then beyond that and get to world level, you don't want to be struggling. Now, I'm not saying I struggle now, but I have to work to make featherweight now. But I'm strong in it once I get in that ring. I mean, you look at my last fight back in March. I felt physically stronger and I felt a lot bigger than Kiko Martinez. So, I think, a few more of these, and then we're in a ballpark where if an option comes up for super feather, then I think I could do that comfortably. Yeah. And be solid at it. But at the minute, I'm super strong at feather.
Yeah, well, you got Luis Alberto Lopez coming up December 10. Can we say get that one out of the way? And you mentioned the word jolly up, and the older Lees might get a jolly up in Las Vegas after that. The football season's over in May. Is it going to happen? We've been talking for years.
Listen, I don't want to keep on going about because I feel like I'm stringing the followers and the fans of mine along, but I hope so, mate. I mean, back in 2018, I beat everyone over here, and they keep talking about get through this one and you could fight Lee Wood. It's like, just let me have my opportunity. Let me have my opportunity to go to the States. So just tick that box. We all want to ease up. We all want to go to Vegas. We all want to take the data leads over there. So I hope so, mate. But full focus is on December 10th.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's another mandatory. Good luck for December 10th. And thanks for talking to us about Reece Mould. And I look forward to seeing you on Saturday night and seeing your dad in the corner. I saw him the other day. He's still smoking about 30 a day, but I think, but there you go.
Yeah, he's down from 50. He's down from 50, but yeah. Always a pleasure, Steve. Always a pleasure. Cheers, mate.
Cheers. Thank you.
Boxing, info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north. Click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.